Yo, welcome to Yard Vibes TV. You don't know. It's your boy Michael is the host. Please like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned. On this channel, we bring sports, entertainment. We bring it all. Alright? You don't know. Big man thing. Peace. I'm back. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Michael here, back with another one. I'm here. I'm with it. I hope everyone is doing all right. So my Los Angeles Lakers won the NBA Finals. Big ups to that, big kudos. But I'm just gonna jump right into it. So the conversation already has started back up again about LeBron James being the GOAT. And me personally, I don't think LeBron is the GOAT. I think he's top 10, top 5. And that's just me personally. My favorite player of all time is Kobe Bryant. He's my personal GOAT. Is he the greatest player of all time? No, but he's my personal GOAT. So, with that being said, whenever, for me personally, Kobe Bryant is my GOAT because that's who I idolize as a basketball figure, as a sports figure. So, that's what I mean by he's my personal GOAT. So, when it comes to the actual overall GOAT in the NBA, I don't think we'll ever have that GOAT. But as we know right now, Michael Jordan is considered the best player to ever play the game. And for many reasons. So I listen to people like Nick Wright. I'm going to start calling him Nick James. And Shannon Sharp. Start calling him Shannon James. Because they had this ideology that because LeBron James have made it to 10 NBA Finals, and that automatically makes him the greatest. Now, that is a wonderful accomplishment. Cannot take anything away from LeBron. LeBron to me is a phenomenal player, one of the best to ever do it. Simple as that. But if you look at the body of work, right? To me, Michael's body of work is better. That's just me. But then people tend to forget about players like Kareem, Magic, Shaq, Wilt, Bill Russell. People tend to forget about those guys, Oscar Robertson. People, tend to push them to the back because the debate is now seemed to only be LeBron, Michael. It was Kobe, Mike. Then it was Kobe, Mike, LeBron. Then Kobe kind of faded, so it then became LeBron, Mike. So I personally think LeBron is freaking phenomenal. A lot of time people associate that with hate when I don't call him the GOAT. And to me, when you automatically take it that way, then you are getting your feelings involved. If you cannot have a debate and keep your feelings out of it, then it will always be personal to you. And like I stated before, Kobe Bryant is my favorite player of all time. I'm always going to defend it, but I'm not going to sit here and say he's the greatest of all time. To me, Kobe Bryant is the most skilled player of all time. His skill set, his posting up ability, his handles, everything about his skill set to me was just phenomenal. Michael Jordan to me was just dominant. People look back at his early years. Not everyone's early years was great. Not everyone's. But then, people always want to bring, Mike lost in the first rounds a couple of times, and Mike did this. That's typical. A lot of players have done that. So to me, that's stupid to try to make that the case for saying that's why he's not the GOAT. Because there's plenty of things that Mike has accomplished that LeBron still hasn't accomplished and probably will never accomplish. Like the Defensive Player Award, to me, LeBron will never get that. Because LeBron, to me, he's one of those players where he he sets himself up to know when to really focus in on playing defense. And I look at players like Kobe and Mike, they always wanted that challenge. They always wanted that, I want you, the best player on the opposing team. LeBron, not saying that he doesn't have that, but I think he picks his time when he wants to do that. When a player is hot, or if it's in a series and the player dropped 30 points the last game, he want to make sure the next game that he comes in and he defends that player majority of that game. So to me, that is where I don't think he will ever get that defensive player award. The 10 scoring titles. Michael had that. LeBron, I think, only had 2, or I may be wrong. But the gap between their scoring title is astronomical. It's so I don't even want to, keep hankering on that, because, people automatically associate that with hate. So when I talk about the greatest players of all time, the Kobe, the Magic, the Bird, the Michael, the LeBron, Shaq, Wilt, Kareem, Oscar, Jerry West, Bill Russell, that to me is like the cream of the crop. You can always go through and you can dissect other players. Players' skill set. Like Kevin Durant to me might go down as probably the greatest scorer because of his skill set of how he scores. He can beat you in any way. He can pull up, mid-range, 3-point shot, post up. Like he can beat you with his skill set. He's 6'10", 6'11", freaking freak of nature to beat that height and be able to have those ability. So yeah, but as far as the GOAT debate, people need to really just put that one to rest, please. I beg you, cause I don't think LeBron would ever eclipse Jordan. I just think, when people want to say things like, well, you look at their longevity, okay? Michael played 15 years. LeBron has now finished his 17th year, going into his 18th. But then I look at it this way. Mike played 15, and he won 6 out of his 15. LeBron has played, now going into his 18, has won 4 out of his 17. Mike has never lost any. LeBron has lost 6 of his finals appearances. And then you look at things like, okay, who did Michael had at his disposal? So then you break down their roster. You go through the roster and you say, who was that player outside of LeBron, outside of Michael, where you can say, give me 30 points, and they're going to drop 30 for you. Mike never really had that person. Scotty once in a while, but Scotty to me was more of a all-around. He was going to defend, he was going to rebound, he was going to pass, he was going to give you 20 points here and there. But Scotty was all around. Scotty wasn't, throw me the ball, I'm about to go give you 30, 40 points. That wasn't Scotty's game. So whenever people trying to say, oh, Mike had Scotty, people trying to forget, like, Scotty was a rookie. Mike was already in his second year. So they didn't just stop that. Mike made Scottie Pippen. He developed Scottie Pippen. And then comes along Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson wasn't his first NBA coaching job ever. He was coaching somewhere down in Puerto Rico or wherever. So Gianni just stopped that, said, oh, Mike had Pip, Mike had Phil. Mike, Pip, and Scotty grew together. They grew together. So it wasn't like, Phil Jackson was established in the NBA and he had already won 5-6 championships and now stop. Stop doing that. Stop saying that's the reason, Mike had. No, stop that, okay? And then you look at the other hand. LeBron, I give him kudos for this. His first finals appearance, I think that was 07, if I'm not mistaken, when he went to the finals against the Spurs and they got swept. But I give him props for that. To me, that takes more effort and more. It shows who you are as a player, where you can take a team filled with less and bring it. So I give LeBron that. But then I guess he got tired and frustrated, and he felt he needed to move to Miami and join other superstars. Dwayne Wade had already won the championship. Chris Bosh was doing his thing in Toronto. So it wasn't like he was joining some bums. He was joining perennial superstars for their respective teams. Were they overall NBA superstars? Chris Bosh, maybe not. He was an all-star. Wade, yes, he was a superstar because he carried his team to the finals, won MVP, he had one of the best finals statistics. Okay, so people need to stop saying that LeBron never had help. LeBron has had help. The only time he never had help was his first NBA Finals appearance when he lost to the San Antonio Spurs, who we all knew was a better team. And then he went back to Cleveland, had Kyrie, he had Love. Kevin Love was an all-star before injuries and all of that stuff. So it wasn't like Kevin Love was a nobody. So that needs to stop. But the debate ends with me saying this. We just need to respect these players. That's really what it is. I'm happy. That's why I'm wearing, the yellow, the golds for my Lakers championships. I'm happy. The man up there, Kobe Bean, looking down. I'm sure he's happy with his daughter Gigi at his side. Also up there with Jerry Buss, looking down on us. So that is my closing for the GOAT debate. I don't think it will ever end. I think people are always trying to bring in something to try to say why this player is not the GOAT or why this player is a GOAT. Let's just respect these players and call it what it is. We can debate all we want, but to me, that GOAT debate is never going to stop. It's always going to be something that somebody wants to interject and say, oh, well, look at this. So congratulations to my Lakers. Congratulations to LeBron winning his fourth finals MVP, fourth NBA Finals. Great, phenomenal year. Can't wait for next year. It's going to be crazy, crazy next year. Teams like the Brooklyn Nets with Kyrie and KD. I think Doc Rivers going to the 76ers is actually a great thing. I think he's going to be in a better position than he was with the LA Clippers. I think he can make the best out of Joel Embiid. They just need somebody I think they need to trade Ben Simmons. If I am Philly, I need to get rid of Ben, keep Joel. Which is crazy that we're saying keep Joel, even though Joel Embiid was the one that was getting injured, and I hope he never gets injured again. But he was the one that was there. Ben Simmons wasn't there for this NBA playoffs. But I think they need somebody that can spread the outside. Because Ben Simmons doesn't have an outside game. So he can't bring that outside presence. He's attacking. Joel Embiid is already crowding the paint, and he can stretch the floor more than Ben Simmons can. So unless Ben Simmons develop that jump shot, to me, he should be able to easily develop a jump shot. Being left-handed, I think you have an advantage automatically. So to me, it makes no sense for him not to have a good jump shot. But the NBA is going to be crazy next year. Teams like the Dallas Mavericks. Now we see the Denver Nuggets, Miami Heat. Milwaukee, I think, is going to come back stronger. I think Giannis is going to be hyped over this. I think he's going to be rejuvenated, being that his little brother went to the Lakers and got a chip before him. Teams like, who else is out there? Houston, I don't know what they're going to do, who they're going to use to fill in that coaching void with D'Antoni now not there. But the NBA season to me is going to be crazy next year. I don't know when it's going to start. If it's going to be end of December or if it's going to be in January. But whenever that season starts, I'm happy and I'm ready for it. But yeah, man, that is my sports debate for the, well, not sports debate. That's my NBA talk for the day with the GOAT topic, with the season that we're looking forward to. Again, congratulations to my Lakers. Congratulations to LeBron and the Lakers winning that chip. Kobe looking down. Rest in peace to the man up there, you and Gigi. And yeah, man, I hope y'all stay blessed, never stressed. You done know. Yard Advice TV. Yeah!